right, folks, we opened up with a time lapse, and this is what we ended up with. Oh, the villagers are so loud. Trying to record an episode introduction here. This is what we've got, and yeah, I've never done landscaping before. Never. And as a first go, pretty happy with it. Pretty happy. I tried to use some of the tips from the experts. So Scar's tip of going, what is it? Veiny, not spotty, which just sounds disgusting, but that's an expert tip. With the block placement, so basically just don't scattergun all the blocks. Try and look like there's some sort of reason for them being there, you know, continuity with the veins of rocks that sort of run up diagonally. So that's what I've got. That's what I've done. Also, B-Dubs, another great legend of this sort of thing, of this sort of discipline. His tip that I watched recently on one of his episodes was to avoid trying to achieve depth through blocks and instead use the colours or the textures on the blocks to achieve depth. So there's actually minimal layers here, 4, 5, but I think it looks like there's a lot more depth than there actually is. And I've also used moss, which is just such a good way of finishing off a cliff at the top there. And moss and some bone meal, which is worked out pretty nicely. So, lots to show. This is done. I don't think this has changed since last time. However, we've also done some more terraforming, and this is probably this is actually a good sneak preview of the approach that I've taken. Let's pop it into free cam. Actually, that's better. So I just used cobblestone, something I've got a lot of from digging my various caverns out of this mountain, just to block out the shape that I'm looking for. And I've extended the hill out a little bit to incorporate a new entrance to this wing of the storage area, which is not changed from last time. It's still just one wing, but more on that shortly. But I've just used this to cover up a lot of the side that I've exposed in digging out the tree farm in the last episode, which I've built. We have it here. We have a tree farm. We have everything that we need, bar the bone mill. So this is what this space is for. We're gonna build a moss-based bone mill farm, which will feed into this, and we'll have a completely self-sufficient tree farm, which is awesome. But you may be thinking, but how did you get all this slime? How did you get all this honey? Well, let me show you. Back in the breeder house, so you may remember, we have an upstairs that was quite large and very empty. Well, we now have some pets, some B-Ralis pets, as they are called, and it's proving rather productive. With a double chest of honeycomb and honey bottles, and a second one starting. So that's been a great little addition, and it means I can now. I've got all the bee related stuff I need. I think I just need to make sure that doesn't run out of room, which will happen pretty quickly. So that's where I get my honey from. What about the slimes? Well, underneath the tree farm, we have a slightly disguised entrance, although it does say slime farm on here. Right down, a long way down, into the depths of the mountain, and we have this. This was basically half of this was already open. Was basically a vertical drop. So I took advantage of that fact, and the water is very loud, so let me deal with that. Not ambient. Weather. Not ambient. Blocks. Oh, okay. Water is classified as a block in terms of sound. Anyway, so yeah, we have this vertical area which I just squared up, and by complete fluke, these two chunks are slime chunks. So it's, yeah, basically it's an AFKing session. I think slimes are notoriously shy. They won't spawn anywhere near where you are. I've spent a lot of time trying to torch up all of the thousands and thousands of caves and caverns, giant caverns that are around this area, just to try and reduce the amount of mobs. Oh, here we go. Right on cue. Just to reduce the amount of mobs, hostile mobs that have spawned. And with fewer hostile mobs spawned in the caves, there's more chance of slimes spawning up the top there for the golems to get rid of them. I'm using Logical Geek Boy's slime farm design. It's slightly modified for 2 chunks. I'm not sure how much that improves the rates, but it's yeah, it's not proving too bad at all. Let's just have a quick look. I spent a little while AFKing here recently. I don't think we're up to those yet, but yeah, we're doing pretty well. We've got plenty of slime now. I only need probably about 30 or 40, I think, for the tree farm. But I've got plenty more for any other redstone gadgets that I want to build in the future. I can now show you out here. The roof has changed. It looked like a dessert before. This white whippy thing. It just looked like an ice cream. Don't like that. I didn't like that even, and so I've just given it something a little bit more traditional with acacia, sort of more of a gentle gradient acacia roof. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it's a lot better than it was, and it fits in a little bit better. More plans over here. Will be another house here that I'll make use of the space and probably put another little farm in there. And yet finally, I think in this area to show you, we have this design here for kind of like the sort of the courtyard outside. Not sure if that's the right word. Probably more of just a town square here. I'm just going to fill this space with sort of houses, and probably instead of doing another one of these giant trading halls, I'll probably do some market stalls for the various other trades that aren't represented on here. Maybe a little market area here, possibly. That would be quite nice and convenient, all located together. So last thing, the pavement design. This is what I've come up with so far. And a little bit of a random mishmash of dark coloured blocks and bricky blocks primarily. And yeah, I've just been playing about with some road designs. I'm not a fan of this. It's a bit too samey, a bit too grey for my liking. I prefer the darker colours, so we'll see what I can do with those. Just starting to look at a road over here, and I think potentially a bridge. I do go over that way quite a bit in that direction, in the valley up that way. And there's a very nice island area over there which I want to explore a little bit more, so I think I might make life a bit easier for myself. Build a bridge over there so me and my horse can cross this river without having to go surfing with our boat. So what next? Well, let's pop shaders on first of all. Just have a quick look at this place. It's so cool at this sort of evening. Early evening, it's a bright night, lots of light, and you can still see the cliffs in the distance. But it's got a real ominous look about this at night, this place. It's this looming rock, craggy rock, and the start of my proper base, where I'm going to live in my castle on top of the hill. But we'll save that for another episode. I need to, first of all, farm some wood. I need to get some wood so I can continue my storage area, which has been a real slow burner in terms of progress. But now I've got a wood farm, I should be able to get enough wood for the rest of this area. So I also want to finish things off over here. We have our trading hall. We have our trading hall of wrong trapdoor. Of villagers who have some great trades. Some of them are 1 emerald trades. There are others around here. I can't remember which ones which aren't. So I need more golden apples. I am good for weakness potions. I need more golden apples to heal them to get the perfect optimal trades for all of them. And then I can leave this alone and just trade away as and when I need to. So we need a gold farm. For this we need to get on the nether roof. We need a proper industrial gold farm so golden apples are not so difficult to come by. So without further ado, we'll turn the shaders off and we'll head into the nether, head up to the roof, find a suitable spot to build our farm. Cue time lapse. Check it out. This thing is absolutely awesome. Look at the amount of piggies trying to massacre me, but mercifully not getting in this little cage. And not just am I getting tons and tons of nuggets, golden nuggets in the chest below, but you can just hear that lovely XP. A beautiful noise. And so I've not only got myself an XP farm, but a gold farm as well. So this is a design by Il Mango. So this has been around for a few years, this design. It's been modified really just to, I think, just to optimize it a little bit for the blocks that have come out in the years since. And also some of the, I guess, some of the spawning mechanics that I'm guessing may have changed since the Nether update came out. What was that? 1.16? A while ago now. It doesn't seem like long. So yeah, there is a link to this video, the actual modified design, in the description. I need to get rid of that. I've left my staircase there. So there's a link in the description. Check it out. It's a pretty good guide. It's not it's quite a simple build, I would say, but it takes time. It's a lot of block placement. So a couple of tips for those who are embarking on doing this. Obviously, set yourself plenty of time to get the magma blocks, because you need a lot of them. I can't remember exactly how many, but you need a lot. You need plenty of sand, glass. It took me about half a day in real life to get all the materials I needed for this. The other tip I would do is the video actually sort of takes you through building it from the bottom up. I would build everything up to the glass area and this bit here, and then do bottom down. Start off with this glass and build down. Reason being, you've got piggies, which are no problem at all when they're not aggro towards you. It's the ghasts that are the pain. You may have seen in that time lapse that there was a few ghasts spawning, and by putting this glass, you're immediately stopping spawnable areas for the ghasts to spawn and pestering you whilst you're trying to build in quite a perilous situation, because it's a long way down. We're above the nether roof, by the way. I'm sure you probably realised that. We are actually in the nether wastes biome over a lava lake, so it's a pretty good location for good rates, as you can see there. So what am I on? Level 73, and going up and climbing. Back at our base, we have now a full set, a nearly full set. I'll come to that in a moment. A nearly full set of trades here, maximum level with maximum discounts. Things are looking very good indeed. Fortune, 1 emerald. Where's efficiency? Efficiency, 1 emerald. Mending, 1 emerald. It's all looking pretty good. One downside, the reason why we're not quite where we should be or where we were is because I think during that raid that I told you about, we have lost a few villagers. We've lost 3 villagers. These 2 here, so our Smite and Sweeping Edge villager. So these guys are new villagers, haven't been traded with yet. So I need to swap them out to get the right villagers for those trades. So I'm going to have to rewind a little bit. The same here for Curse of Binding guy. Of course, I'm not going to prioritize that one above these 2. But yeah, we've made good progress. I'm very happy with how this turned out. We've got all the trades we want as cheap as we can get. We could do with farming the materials for books, so I can get plenty of books made from these guys. So of course you need to exchange emerald and a book. So we could probably look at cow farm, hoglin farm maybe, so I can get some food. And finally the sugarcane farm, obviously, for the paper. So that's probably everything. I mean, I think it's a bit shorter episode today. This is the main thing that I've got done. Nice shapely hills we've got now. Of course, I've got to do all the way around the back of this mountain and around the other side, around that way as well. So it's a big job ahead. Yeah, we've got a slightly more aesthetically pleasing town square here now. Filled in this bit over here. I've changed the road pattern to something that I much prefer to what was there before. Oh yes, of course. Also, I have taken the liberty to save myself some time, and I've built a bridge over the river, so we can get over to that side of things much more easily. Anyway, that's enough from me. Shorter episode than normal. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with some more action from GrainCraft. We'll get back on those adventures and try and get closer to those 12 eyes. Thanks guys, see you next time. Bye bye.